Can you hear it now? Nkerre? I hope there is sound now. I hope the sound is coming out now. Yes, so Yeah, thank you. If I say I should go on with this music, I know we may not live here today. There are a lot of old school music, old school music that can awaken the soul. Yeah, but once in a while, we are going to, use it to, to welcome our audience, to appreciate every one of you that is joining us this morning. So thank you for joining me. Thank you. Good morning from here. Good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and your location. First of all, I want to appreciate every one of you. I want to say a very good morning to each and every one of you who joined me this morning. Today is yet another wonderful day. I appreciate you for joining me this morning. Thank you. Thank you so much. Casey, I see you. Nkerre, I see you. Kachi, I see you. Clement Aneto, I see you. Alozie Ambrose, I see very many of you here, and I welcome you as well. So thank you for joining me. If I didn't call your name, not because I did not see you, but without wasting time, we are going to go into the business of today. Yeah, first of all, I want you to understand that a lot of people are not actually here for the freedom of the Biafran people.
In the charges read against him by the deputy secretary of Breed, you will know that Nkerre is no more working accordancy of restoration.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me now. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, a lot of Biafran brothers and sisters, a lot of our people lack what we call education. Most of our people are not privy to certain information. So most of our people don't actually know what is playing out. Okay? Yeah, so when we have an opportunity of educating them, we have to as well make use of that opportunity. It is very, very important that when we see misinformation on the social media, more importantly, as it concerns our liberation and our recognition, we have to do all that we can to make sure that such information, we debunk it. Ihuama, I hope you can hear me now. I'm coming out clearly, right? I hope I'm coming out now. Okay, thank you so much, Alozie Ambrose. So I want you to, if you know this brother, if anybody knows his handle, if he's on social media, Facebook or whatever, I want you to, tag him in this broadcast. This is one of our gallant brothers from the hinterland of Biafra. He's a full-fledged Biafran man, and he has been so vocal, you know, he has been so vocal about Biafra. He speaks passionately about Biafra, and we understand that. And that is the reason why this morning I am not going to insult him. I'm just going to enlighten him, because I believe that what he needs at this time to enlightenment, for him to understand, because this video that I put here, I listened to it yesterday, and I saw on social media the supporters of the coup plotters. They were making comment on it. They were saying a lot of things in that video, in this video that our brother made. And you don't blame him. The reason why you don't blame him is because he is not privy to information. Okay? As somebody who is coming from that geographical location, from that part of the world, every information that they see with, even if they come tomorrow and tell you that that elephant flies, as far as you are coming from that geographical location, you are going to believe it, because what comes out from that place are fake news and propaganda. You can remember some time ago, 2017 to be precise, when Buhari died, and because of the security that was used in fortifying Asorok Villa, when Buhari died and the cabals wanted to cover his death, and they employed the services of a body double from Sudan. And you know, the security of Asorok is very strong. That during the time of Babangida, that was the time the Israelis were contracted to make sure that Asorok is very strong. You can't break it, even with any bomb. So they were contracted to do the work at the security of that Asorok. So the Israelis built that security very, very strong, that you have to use the fingerprint of the president before you can access the office of the president, before you can enter that building. The president has to place his thumbprinting, his fingerprint, before the doors can open. So when Buhari died in 2017, and they wanted to replace him with Jubril, okay? And there is no way Jubril can enter that office. Jubril cannot enter the office of Buhari because his fingerprint cannot match that of the Buhari. What did the Nigerian news media do? Garuba Shehu. Garuba Shehu now came up with this propaganda that rodents, rats, have filled up because of the absence of the president in America, in UK, where he was undergoing treatment. Because of that, rats have occupied the office of the president. So therefore, the president will be working from home to work. So they used 3 months, more than 3 months. They used 3 months to deceive Nigerian people. And Nigerians believed it. I know the reason why I'm trying to narrate this little story. Because of this, our brother. And Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians believe that garbage. that rats have occupied the office of a whole president of a nation, and the only way they can drive away rats is to lock out the office of the president for complete 3 months. That they are doing renovation, they want to renovate the office so that the rats can be chased away and the president can come back to work. The reason why they did that was because they employed the services of the Israelis to come and destroy that security, that fingerprinting security, because Buhari is dead and nobody is going to access that office. So they now put up that story on the social media and on their news medias and their newspapers, and people were reading it and people were believing it, that rat pursue president out of his office, whereas in the actual sense the Israelis were trying to destroy that office in order to destroy that fingerprint, that security in that Aso Rock, so that Jubre can now access the office of the president. So that was actually what happened. So in the case of this our brother, because of the lack of information, authentic information that is coming from Nigeria, that comes out from Nigeria, any little information that they see, they will believe it is the truth and they run away with it. If you go on social media, you will see Madam Vam Vam Vam, you see Mazda K, you see all of them that are supporting the coup plotters. All of them. Sister Nkerre, thank you so much for joining me this morning, and good morning from here. I know you are watching from the United Kingdom. Thank you so much. Please, anyone watching from the land of our ancestors, if you are watching from Biafra land, indicate. If you are watching from Nigeria, indicate. If you are watching from Russia, UK, America, Germany, Japan, please indicate. But I'm so much interested in those who are watching from the land of the rising sun. The land of the rising sun. So, this our brother here, he was listening to all the propaganda news that was coming from the side of the coup plotters. Okay? Vam 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 shared this video. Mazda K shared this video. Emenika, I see you. Obonna Emmanuel, I see you. Tegwale Biafra, I see you. So they shared all this video, trying to promote falsehood. Because this our brother, he lacks the basic information he needs to know about the registration of non-stock company. They don't understand. So ịma na ihe onye na-amaghị karịrị ya, ana ọwa jụrụ okwanụ egeruo. And what you don't know is bigger than you. So if you ask questions, you'll be educated. So on that social media, you see them, oh, Ogechukwu Nkerre make himself a president. Oh, he's tried to dethrone prime minister, and all the rest, all the garbage that they are speaking about. So that is why this morning we've come to enlighten this our brother. In case you know his handle, please, I want him to be in this broadcast or share this information to him. Yes, because he is listening to a wrong message and a wrong narrative about the registration of a non-stock company. Okay? You are registering a company. There are requirements. There are requirements that the country registrar will demand from you. If they demand that they want you to register it as a governor, you have to abide by it. If they demand that they want you to register it as a councillor, you must have to obey that. If they demand that it has to be a president, you have to obey that. So this our brother lacked that basic information, because in Nigeria, I don't think they have the same high level way of registering company. They don't have it. So that is why when they hear about, state agent or president, Resident agent or president, oh, their head will big. Oh, he has taken over the government. He's committed treason. He has committed a crime. Oh, he want to topple the government and all the rest of it. Whereas in the actual sense, this is a registration process, a registration requirement that this organization need to go forward with this. So tell this our brother that what he heard from Rafa Jaire and Vam Vam Vam, what he's hearing from Emerson, he hear from University, Bright or Sai, all the rest of them, what they are hearing from the coup plotters, Imam Mada, Bojo, Irobi, uh, uh, Bryston, Tony Bryston, and all the rest of them, they are all falsehood. They are all lies. All these lies are geared towards tarnishing the image of the resident agent, or you call him the president, the resident president or the agent of Biafran Republic Government in a registration at of Maryland. Okay, they are all falsehood, and that is why I will not insult this our brother, because he didn't know. He didn't know the processes that people have to go to register organizations. And besides, this registration, this is on a registration document. It is not on a Biafran document. It is not about Biafra. It is about having access, registering this our Maryland office so that the American people can accept it. That is their own, the process, their procedure, and their requirement. So you have to abide by that. So I want us to listen to what this our brother was saying here, so that we can understand the area he is coming from, because this is misinformation. It's misinformation. They are feeding a lot of Biafrans with misinformation, and it is our responsibility where we see one to be able to tell our people, educate our people on the right information that they need to know. So just I want to see. Yeah, listen.
Charges read against him by the deputy secretary of Breed. You will know that Nkerre is no more working
Oh my,
accordancy
my God.
of restoration of Biafra. He's no more
Um, 1 minute. Let me see. Oh my goodness me. I have. I don't actually. This thing sometimes it's really, really. I don't know why this don't want to. You know, I don't want. I'm not hearing what he's saying. So what I'm trying to say, yes, my brother, the man is an elderly man, right? He is an elderly man. So you don't expect him. You don't expect him to know everything, okay? Yes, you don't expect him to do a research at his age. At his age, you don't expect him to do research. So what you saw, him doing.
In the charges read against him by the deputy secretary of Breed, you will know that Nkerre is no more working accordancy of restoration of Biafra. He's no more working accordancy to be loyal to Prime Minister. Because if he want to be loyal to Prime Minister, he could not have appoint himself to be a president. Then if he's a president, which the Prime Minister is under him, this is a total coup. Total coup cannot be condoned. You understand? Had he been in some countries now, you could call it coup d'etat, and that's because I'm sure that is failed. You could facing firing squad, but Biafra is not like that. We are building up, no matter what happened. We are building up.
I don't actually understand
without
why
regard,
the video
of
is
course, to
not
the
speaking.
constituted authorities, board of
I'm
trustees, and
trying
the
to
rest of them,
set it
and other
from
cabinet
here.
members, not seeking their approval
I'm trying to
by
set
taking
it. I
such
hope you can hear me, guys.
His decision or his mind, he wanted to become Hitler of German Nazis. That's the area is going to become a Hitler in Biafra. Not only Hitler, if he succeeds, he may abolish Biafra completely and come back
I
to
hope you
Nigeria.
can hear me, guys.
Because the way he's going now, he's not looking for the benefit
Oh my
of
God,
Biafrans.
it's quite
He's looking for the
unfortunate.
benefit of personal interest at the end.
Click on the mic. Okay, but can you hear the voice of the video? Were you hearing the voice of the video? Were you hearing the video?
Read against him by the deputy secretary of
Can
Breed,
you hear the video?
you will know that Nkerre is no more working.
This our brother that is speaking. I guess you can't hear him, right?
He's no more
That
working
is what I'm trying to put in order.
Loyal to Prime Minister. Because if he want to be loyal to Prime Minister, he could not have appoint himself to be a president. Then if he's a president, which the Prime Minister is under him, this is a total coup.
Voice of the video that is playing. Can you hear the voice? Can you hear it?
You understand? Had he been in some
okay,
now,
okay.
You can call it coup d'etat.
I can't hear the video voice. That is why I'm asking.
You facing firing squad, but Biafra is not like that. We are building up, no matter what happened. We are building up.
What could have been his intention without regard, of course, to the constituted authorities, board of trustees, and the rest of them, and other cabinet members, not seeking their approval by taking such solitary decision?
His decision or his mind, he wanted to become Hitler of German Nazis. That's the area is going to become a Hitler in Biafra. Not only Hitler, if he succeeds, he may abolish Biafra completely and come back to Nigeria. Because the way he's going now, he's not looking for the benefit of Biafrans. He's looking for the benefit of personal interest at the end. In the charges read against him by the deputy secretary of Breed, you will know that Nkerre is no more working.
Okay, you can hear his baseless comments. No, you don't blame him.
He's no more working.
You don't blame him.
To be loyal to Prime Minister. Because
yes, Okay, and thank you so much. You said you can hear him. I was not being able to hear him here. So, but I have listened to the video. I have listened to the argument that he's making. You know, you know, castigating the acting prime minister. Oh no, accusing him of trying to topple the government, of trying to, no, no, we should not insult him. We should not insult him at all. The reason being that, most of our people, they don't really understand what is playing out. They don't know the processes that one has to go for the registration of a non-stock corporation. Okay? So, like this, our brother, he has been so vocal. Okay? This, our brother, has been so vocal in the time past. He knows what is actually happening, but when it comes to this registration, they don't know how it works. Even here that I am, the time we wanted to register this organization, because you don't have to register as a government. There is no way a government is being registered, outside your shore of your, territory. It's not possible. So you have to register as a corporation. In this case, this is the registration document. This is the registration document of our Maryland office. This is our registration document of our Maryland office. And they don't actually understand that these are basic requirements. Either you are as a resident agent or a president, okay? Or a president. For that document to go through, even there are stages that you can get to. They can call you to come and amend it. Now, people are liking this. Our brother was likening this registration document as, oh, this is now taking over the office of the acting or the prime minister. It is now doing a coup against our prime minister, which is actually not what it is. Yeah, on issues that he is not privy to. He doesn't understand. So, and you don't blame him. In Nigerians, that is how they do. When they see something, they just look at the face value. They just look at the surface meaning of what that thing is talking about, and they start spreading out their propaganda and lies. And then you ask this our brother, all these people that are telling him that, oh, Ogechukwu Nkerre want to take over the government, oh, our prime minister have been relegated to the background, he's taking over the position, he wants to be the president and all the rest of them. When did all these things come out? When did all these accusations, all this backstabbing, all this propaganda came out because of the fact that all these people were suspended? Maryland office was not registered today. The resident president or agent did not happen today. I think it happened in 2023. Even if in 2024, September, yes, thereafter September, our prime minister is here. And let me tell you, there is no way you can be a resident agent when you are living in another country. So there is no way our prime minister would have been the resident president. Okay? The requirement, even here that I am, the requirement is that you have to have somebody who is your head, and that person is resident in this country. Okay? That does not mean that that person is the head of the government. Okay? It does not mean that. This is the procedure that that document has to go through before it can be accepted. It is the basic requirement that is needed in America. That is why it came that way. So this our brother is not privy to that information. Okay? Most of the people who might have deceived him may be those on the coup plotter side. Okay? There may be those on the coup plotter side. And that is why, and that is why, and that is why he is saying what he is saying. There is no justification or no truth to what he is saying. Now, is Ogechukwu Nkerre the president of Biafra? That is what you ask him. Okay, yes, I see your message. I saw your message, Alozie, and I saw your message, Tego Tego Biafra. You said, I don't know. I'm seeing your message. If okay, well, he said I should find out the name that is attached to a resident agent of a non-stock corporation in America. Okay, let me just go to Google and find my brother. I'm not yes. Okay, thank you. Let me just go through my phone and see what that name will be. But just tell me anyway, so that I don't just write on the comment section the name, so that maybe they will be listening, they will as well see the name. The non-resident agent is called in a non-stock corporation in America is the president. That is invariably what it means. So, these half-educated Biafrans who join this freedom thinking that, oh, they are fighting for Biafra, they lack basic education. Even those who say they are professors, even those who call themselves professors, they lack basic rudimental education. They lack that enlightenment that they can be able to teach others. They lack it. So who are you going to educate? Who are you going to teach? If in Nigeria, professors who went to the four walls of the school or the university, you spent how many years in their university and you acquired that professorship, either by crook or by hook, you acquired it as a title. But there is nothing. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for that wonderful research. So, for those of you who are listening who don't know what the resident agent of a non-stock corporation in America, in the US, the name, either you call the person a director or president or CEO. So, the problem you have is the president, because all of you are envious. Envy and jealousy, that is actually what it is. So like I was saying, people who went to school in Nigeria, their education is useless. You can imagine a scenario where a professor the only achievement professors in Nigeria can achieve is they are being used to rig election. In 2027 in Nigerian territory, they will use Nigerian professors to rig election. And they will use them to rig election for those who never even went to school, those who did not even graduate from the school. The professors who graduated and have their degrees will now rig election for those who did not go to school. That is why when you see people reasoning and coming from that part of the geographical location, you find out that it's very, very pathetic for people to reason that way. So this our brother is not an exception. Okay, he is not an exception, and it is quite unfortunate. He's been a voice when it comes to Biafra issues. He speaks his mind, right? But in this case, and that is the reason why we are not going to insult him, rather we are going to educate him that a non that a non-stock corporation in US, the resident agent, the name you can call the resident agent is either you call the person a director, you call him the CEO, chief executive officer, or you call him the president. Okay? So in this case, what was bubbling their mind, what was triggering all this propaganda is because they saw president. And when they saw president, they are now thinking, oh, Ogechukwu Nkerre, how can he be the president? How can he be this? How can he be that? Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is not resident in USA, in America. He cannot be used as a president or CEO of a non-stock corporation. That is what these people don't know. If he might have been used in the initials, maybe they did not, it was overlooked. But when you go through the papers legally, it has to be somebody who is resident in America. It has to be somebody who is living in America. In this case, our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkerre is a resident and a citizen of America. So therefore, that resident or the president or the CEO is the title that you can give to a non-stock corporation in the US. This is very, very important. So this our brother was misinformed. Okay, and that is why it is it's very, very nice that when we see such people, those of you in the homeland, if you know his handle where he can be reached, you send this video to him for him to understand that we know the reason why he's saying what he's saying, because he don't actually understand. He did not make a research. I don't blame him for that. They don't even have light. He may not have even a network. You don't know this opportunity of giving him interviewing him may just come out of a blue. Okay, and maybe they even told him to come and speak what he's speaking, because a lot of people who wanted to be, who wanted to castigate our acting prime minister, they will go at any length. Oh, they will go and burn his mind. They go and porous his mind. You know, they will go and destroy his mindset against Ogechukwu Nkerre. Oh, he registered. It was Simon Ekpa that was supposed to be the president in that registration, but Ogechukwu Nkerre went and put his name as the president and removed the prime minister's name. That is the way they are going to tell him. They are not going to come to fundamentals and tell him the reasons why it has to be that way, and the reasons why Ogechukwu Nkerre has to be the president, because he's a resident in America and he's a citizen of America. Okay, so this our brother, he need to be educated. He need to be informed that Ogechukwu Nkerre meant well for this government. Ogechukwu Nkerre is the resident agent that registered that corporation, non-stock corporation in America. He's a resident, he's a citizen, and therefore he deserves to be the president in that registration. No other person was, made himself available. So all these people that are coming to attack Ogechukwu Nkerre, they are doing so because of the hatred they have for him. Yes, because what they cannot do, they now see Ogechukwu Nkerre doing it, and they feel, oh, Ogechukwu Nkerre is now, being loved by Biafrans more than them. Ogechukwu Nkerre is now doing well more than them. So therefore, the bring down syndrome of an average Biafran, bring down syndrome, hatred, envy, and jealousy. That is all that they are focused on in order to bring somebody down. Tell me, is Ogechukwu Nkerre the president of Biafra? Is he the president of Biafra? Is there anything Ogechukwu Nkerre have done or is doing that the prime minister is not aware of? Even when he is speaking, he tells you that he has spoken with the prime minister. Okay, even if the prime minister is aware, is speaking to the other side, did the prime minister ask these people to go and open an account outside the government? Did the prime minister ask these people to go and talk with Success to include them into the defense department of Biafran de facto government in the homeland? Is prime minister telling all these people to go and open an account and make sure that they destroy the website that the Biafran people were using to make donations in the first place? These are some of the questions you should ask them. All these people that are coming to you to use all this propaganda and falsehood against Ogechukwu Nkerre, ask them these basic questions. ask Mazda K, ask Madam Van Van Van, ask Joy Irobi, ask Imam Madabu, ask Obi Obudu, ask Ruby Nade, Ekoma and Bryson. Ask all these people. Ask Azun. Did Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, ask you people to go and open an account outside that account of the government? Do they ask you to overthrow the government? Is that what the prime minister asked you to do? If at all you people say that the prime minister is speaking with you people, is that what he asked you to do? Because we Biafran people, we are wiser. We are very, very wiser. We are educated. John, repository of wisdom. You don't have any wisdom. You don't have any wisdom. Is Ogechukwu Nkerre, is he the president of Biafra? That is what I'm asking anybody. Okay? That is what we are asking you. Is an individual, and then does he make him the president of Biafra? This is how useless and unreasonable most of you are. You don't really reason very, very well, critically well, because you people have fall out of the government. So therefore, you must do everything to bring the other person down. We are talking about registration document. Okay? We are not talking about the Biafra Republic government in exile as a government. We are talking about a registration document that has to do with America registering this non-stock corporation. That is what we are talking about. We are not talking about who is the president of Biafra. Is Ogechukwu Nkerre the president of Biafra? Has he told you that he is the president of Biafra? This is why you people, I don't know where your hatred have come. You allow hatred to envelop you. You allow hatred, jealousy, and greed. That is all that I see in each and every one of you that have come out to fight against Ogechukwu Nkerre. But you know what? There is no way you can bring him down. He is the chosen one by the Biafran people. So this our brother here, this our brother, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. And that is why we are educating him. Okay? He does not understand. That is why we are educating him. Most of you who are living in America are the kind of professor that they used to rig election when you come back to Nigeria. Look at somebody who says he's a John repository of wisdom, but he doesn't have knowledge. He should understand that this is a registration document of Brigade. It has nothing to do with the collective position of Ogechukwu Nkerre in the Brigade government. It has nothing to do with that. Whether he's called a president or CEO or whatever, what has he got to do with Biafra as a nation? What has he got to do? Just because you want to bring him down at all costs, you want to find something, little thing that does not make any sense to say that this is what he has done, this is what he has done, this is what he has done. It doesn't change the fact that Ogechukwu Nkerre is the acting prime minister of the Biafran Republic government in SIT tomorrow. It doesn't change the fact that the prime minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, is the prime minister of Biafra. It doesn't change the fact. It doesn't give Ogechukwu Nkerre that he is going to be the president when Biafra is fully restored. That is not what it meant. It only meant that this is a non-stock operation, that this is the requirement that the American people, American government needed. That's all. It is about the American government and the registration document. It is about Maryland office and American State Department. That's all. It does not give Ogechukwu. Did you see anybody addressing him as the president? Did you see anybody addressing Ogechukwu Nkerre as the president of Biafra? You did not see that. So why the fuse? Why the noise making? Why the noise making, all of you that are haters of Ogechukwu Nkerre? Ogechukwu Nkerre is doing exceptionally well. He has contributed immensely for our freedom. Okay? He is the one who took it the responsibility of registering that office. Whether he registered it with a president or secretary or DPO or CEO, what is the fuse all about? What is the fuse all about? Without that registration, we will not have that Maryland office. I want each and every one of you to understand. Without that registration, you will not have that office there. You will not have that office there. So I want you to understand that. Daddy, don't do that. Don't do that again. I want you to understand that without that registration, that office may not be there. These are the basic requirements that you need for that office to be there. So therefore, whether he registered it with the president or commissioner or CEO or councillor, is that your problem? Is your problem the registration or the Biafra that we are talking about? So all these lies and propagandas against Ogechukwu Nkerre is not going to take you guys anywhere. You are already You are already failures. You have failed because onye Chukwu tere mmanụ otego ya, whom God had chosen, God have chosen him. Eh? You are angry that Ogechukwu Nkerre is the one that the Biafran people love at this moment. You are angry that Biafrans are listening to him. You are angry of what he has contributed and his exploits, his achievement. You are angry about that. There is nothing you can do, my brother. Absolutely nothing. All you witches and wizards of this generation, there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. But you know what? There is absolutely something we, the Biafran people, can do about you guys. About you guys that have decided to form a stumbling block to our freedom. But unfortunately, you people are not going to succeed. No matter what you do, you are not going to succeed because Ogechukwu Nkerre is a choosing at this particular time, for a time like this, to make sure that Biafran people are free. He is the man the cap fits at this moment, and that is why he's doing the needful. So all these president, resident agent, and president agent, and commissioner agent, and local government agent, and councillor agent does not move Biafrans. What we are focused is our freedom. We are all focused on our freedom. And all these distractions here and there is not condonable. We are not going to condone it. Okay? We are not going to. We don't even need to make research about anything to know the right word. The truth of the matter is this is all about residents, agents, and the corporation registration. That is all about it. If you have anything against it, then you have to deal with it. He is not the president. Is that in the constitution or in the charter that he is whoever becomes a resident agent president becomes the president of Biafra? I'm asking you, is that in the Biafran charter that whoever becomes a resident agent or president eventually becomes the president of Biafra? Is that? You guys are really, it have already demonstrated the angle you people are coming from. Destroyers. But you can never succeed because the prophecy of people like you, John, repository of, you are not even, I can't call you wisdom. You are lack of wisdom. You are lack of wisdom. The problem with all of you is that you are antagonists. You are antagonists for our freedom. Never a time have you people supported the freedom of the Biafran people. Okay? Never a time have people like this John supported our freedom. Never. So anything that is going to, fight against our freedom, anything that they see, oh, they want to make noise with it, They have to come up with it. That is actually why you see them anywhere there is bad news, or they want it to be bad news about Biafra, about Ogechukwu Nkerre, even about our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. They will rush there and try to fan it, to put fuel, put kerosene, put light, put everything, put akpụkpọ so that it will be boiling and boiling. But you know what? The Biafra are wiser now. The Biafran people are wiser and we are knowledgeable. Nobody can deceive us anymore. Nobody can deceive Biafrans anymore. We are wiser. We can now use our brain to reason properly. We can now decipher lies and dismantle it totally. The lies and propaganda of Madam Van Van Van, Remy Juice, Basket Mouth, Adandojo, Biafra Disunite, all their lies have been dismantled. Biafrans, don't listen to all these people. Don't go to their platforms. They are content creators. They are making money out of you are listening to them. Because when you go there, they are only going to tell you things that will tingle your ear, things that you never expected. That is what they are going to tell you, because they want things that will bring viewers to their platforms. So do you blame them? I don't blame them. I blame you. I blame you. Yes. Thank you so much. A lot of our people in the homeland knows the truth. People in the homeland, what they want is Biafra. All this social media propaganda, it is only very few people that tend to listen to it. As long as they see that the movement, the template of Biafra is moving fast and smooth on towards the path that the Prime Minister left it, Biafrans don't listen to hearsay or propaganda of most of you. Yes, because most of you are propagandists. Enweghị ọzọ unu ji wee bịa na Biafra Freedom. Ọ wụ iche ebe e nwere propaganda, ebe unu ga-etinye aka so that ihe na-eme nghasa asị. That is why Ngozi came to destroy Biafra. John Repository, you followed him. Every one of you followed Ngozi because Ngozi is on her own. Ngozi came from the north and resided, and the father resided in the east and gave birth to her. Nyezie ya afọ onye Igbo. Then therefore she became onye Igbo to you, including most of you who are supporting her. So when she rose up against Biafra and the real Biafran people saw it, and we dismantled that platform of hers, all of you followed her. And now that she did not succeed, this kind of John Repository of Wisdom now have already come and joined the other coup plotters who actually wanted to destroy the government again. So we know the games you people are playing, but eventually all of you have failed. All of you have failed. So I want you to understand that this our brother here is ignorant. Okay? I want you to understand that he is really ignorant of some of the things that he was supposed to know. He is not privy to certain information he doesn't know. So, since he doesn't know, are you going to blame him? I'm not going to blame him. Because he doesn't know, he doesn't know. So he doesn't know. He doesn't know. So that is why we want to let him know that non-state, a resident agent of non-state corporation does not mean the president of Biafra. These are things that ordinary people don't understand. There are procedures of registration, and this is one of it. Okay? Either you register as a resident agent, a CEO, or a president. But in this case, if it was CEO that they saw, they are okay with it. Because to them, they thought that Ogechukwu Nkerre have come to take over Biafra. That is the mindset of all of them. That is what they are thinking about. That is their focus. Ebe ọbụla ihe ọjọọ na-eme ka ha ebe ahụ ka a na-afụ ha. All these people, all these evil people here and there, who have failed very, very woefully indeed. Like you people can never succeed. You can never succeed. Whatever you guys are doing, you can never succeed. Okay? You people can never succeed. We are here for our freedom. And we are so much focused on our freedom. Nothing you people can do can destroy the freedom that Chukwuokike Abiyama have destined that it must come at this particular time. So no matter what you people do, no matter the propaganda you carry out against our acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkerre, it will only be like mini auru n'enu okute. At the end of it all, he is the acting Prime Minister until the Prime Minister rejoins us. Okay? That is just the basic truth. You have to deal with it and you have to live with it. There is nothing we can do. We can't help you. I can help you. Okay? I can help you. So all this misinformation and all this propaganda are coming from the accountability group. Those who want accountability. Those who want, they want to divide the government. Those who want to take care of the account. You can imagine Mama Nigeria. You can imagine Adandocho being in an account. Can imagine. These are people who have affiliations with the Nigerian government, just like Ruben Nadi and Ngozi Orabueze. They are part of the People's Club of Nigeria. So how do you expect all these people to come now and support wholeheartedly in actions and activities that are going to give us our freedom? It's not going to happen because they have their contacts in Nigeria who will actually be pushing them to make sure that whatever we are doing as Biafrans will never succeed. But they have failed very woefully indeed, just like our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu said. And they will continue to fail. They will continue to fail no matter what they do, no matter how much they try. And all these, their errats that are on social media, both on spaces, writing so many junk on the social media. How many weeks? Only 2 weeks, and they will disappear from the space. But those who were chosen before they were born will actually be here because we are standing on the path of truth. And it is only that truth that stands the test of time. So if you are on the path of truth, continue to be on the path of truth. It doesn't matter whether you are standing alone. At the end of it all, you are going to be vindicated. Very important. You said John can never come to your space. He is a propagandist. He can never come where there are constructive people who reason very well. This is actually the accusation that they laid since 2024. And it was later found out that it was Ngozi that gave people 400 euros in order to support her quest for DPM. So, John, I'm not surprised. It's coming from you. I'm not surprised either. So, whatever you say, if you don't like it, you go and hug the nearest transformer. That's the only thing I can tell you, okay? So, these are the people. Look at them. These are the people. When they write, when they speak, you can know their mindset. When they accuse you, they will first of all accuse you of what they have done. You remember in Finland, Ngozi Orabueze just came out and was accusing Ogechukwu Nkerre that he was paying people $400 for them to support him. You know, did you hear Ogechukwu Nkerre respond? No, because they want him to come and respond so that ka ha gbawa war ọ wụrụ war a na-agba na social media. So what happened? They kept him quiet until after the convention. European rep then now came on social media and told the world that Ngozi Orabueze gave him 400 euros. 400 euros in order for him to keep quiet and support her for her taking over the government. So you see, they will first of all come and accuse you, whereas they are the ones who are culprits. They are the ones who are guilty of the crime they are accusing you of. Exactly, Nigerian way of reasoning. Nigerian mentality have destroyed their psyche. Look at this man that is called John. The psyche have been destroyed. Psyche have been destroyed. And if you ask this fool now to substantiate that allegation, he can't substantiate it. Ọgba fere ọsọ, ọgba 440. N'ihi na ọ ma ihe ọ na-eme. Agents of devil incarnate, they are here. John Repository, he doesn't have any wisdom, so I don't know how I'm going to address him as John Repository of Wisdom. Ignore him. I'm not going to block you. If I want to block you, I would have done that. I want Biafrans to see your foolishness, okay? To see your foolishness, even when they go to your Facebook or X account. They see that you are an obedient. They see that you are following from obedient. You joined Ngozi Orabufulani. Now that Ngozi is no longer applicable, Ngozi this thing don't cast. You are now joining the coup plotters. You know, in a shake, ebe breezy brugiga isore. You are just wavering like a wool, like a leaf that is hanging on top of a tree. So people like you should not be taken serious. So nobody should even insult him. Let him, at the end of the day, he will just pick his bag and baggage. I want you to stay here and listen to the voice of reason. Okay, because here people who have number 6 can be able to educate you, because I don't know, you know, maybe you went to school in Nigeria anyway. That is it. So Biafrans, forget about this guy. So what I'm trying to tell that man, that our brother is that, you know, I don't want anybody to insult that our brother. He lack the basic knowledge that he need to know before he can comment on the registration of non-stock corporation in America. Okay, so he should be informed. He should know. I believe when he knows, he can be able to make a rejoinder of that statement that he made. But for the record, Ogechukwu Nkerre is not the president of Biafra. Okay, that president that you saw there is the non-stock corporation. That is the reason why it is there, and it's part of the requirement. It's either you register as a director, CEO, or a president. But you know, Afu Hanahe president, oh, envy, jealousy, greed sets in, and they want to bring him down because, oh, how can I be here? And Ogechukwu Nkerre is the president. Oh, how can I be here? Imakwandaibo. That is the spirit. They don't allow their brother, you know, to do what they cannot do. That thing, you know, you cannot do, and you see that somebody else is doing it. Instead of you to support that person to achieve his goals and objectives, or being placed in that position, you want to bring him down. You want to bring him down. Look at, you see, look at what this guy is saying. That, oh, they see Arusi. Look at what John is saying. This guy that doesn't have any knowledge, sacked. Who is CRC? Conflict Resolution Committee. Who instituted it? The head of the government, the prime minister in this case. Now that the prime minister is not here, who is the prime minister? Temporary prime minister is Ogechukwu Nkerre. Okay, so this CRC is under the government and cannot be above the government, cannot override the office of the president of a nation. okay, cannot override that. So if somebody now tells you that a Senate committee, let me instance, Senate committee on conflict resolution can now just come out and sack the president of the country. Hi, John. John, you need to go to my son. My son need to teach you some rudiments in understanding, because you don't really understand what you are talking about. My son, you need to educate you more, so that you know you don't know what you are doing. You don't know what you are saying. You want to tell me that a committee is now higher than the person who instituted that committee. Does it make any sense at all? It doesn't make any sense. So just go and sleep. Just go and relax. We don't need you in our freedom fight. We don't even need you. Okay? You have been, you know, you have been sacked. John, you have been sacked. So go and relax. Go follow una madam, una psychiatric madam. Mona go follow am go psychiatric hospital. At the end of the day, maybe you come and be a witness in her court case when it starts. You know they go space again. Go space now. May they flog you with cane. You come here. You are free to write anything. I don't give a damn. I'm allowing you to do that. So Biafrans ignore John. John ọ na-asị ike ọrụ gwụ nwata ike ọ ga-aka ya mma. Ike ọrụ gwụ nwata ike ọ ga-aka ya mma. Ihe ọ na-ahazi iwe aja. You know when you killed fowl, that time that the fowl is about to die, that is the time to be, struggling. So, Biafrans, I really appreciate everybody who joined me this morning to educate that our brother. And I wish you can send this video to him so that he should understand that what he just said, or what he said in that interview, was actually wrong. He need to make some research in order to get informed before he can make some statements. Okay? Yeah, a resident agent is not the president of a nation. A resident president or whatever is for non-stock corporation registration. It's not about the Biafra as a nation. So if he has that knowledge, I don't think he can come out and say what he said. He didn't have that knowledge. He didn't have that information. So we don't blame him for doing that. Okay? So you have to send this information to him. And I want to actually use this opportunity to appeal to Biafrans. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to Biafrans. If you have not been supporting the Biafran Defense Forces, this is the time to do that. If you go to the defense headquarters, there is a message there in the defense headquarters. Very, very important. That message is for Biafrans. That message is for you. And that message is for me. So, and each and every one of us should try as much as possible to understand that there is fight going on in our land. And why this fight is going on, do you know what the coup plotters are doing? The coup plotters are setting up, let me bring this information to the public. Okay, so why this, where there is fight, where Olu, Okigwe, Ihiala, and other environs in Biafran territory, where the Nigerian terrorist government are engaging the Biafran Defense Forces, or why the Biafran Defense Forces are engaging the terrorists in our land. Look at what the coup plotters are doing. The coup plotters are creating another parallel army. They are forming another set of Ibubago, and they are trying to impersonate the Biafran resistance fighters. If you go through, you see Imam Madabo. See Imam Madabo. This one is Joy Irobi. And each and every one of all these people that have been suspended by the government of Biafra. This is the parallel government. This is the parallel army. They call it the Biafran resistance fighters. That they created this platform in order to raise money to raise another army that will come and fight at people. So I want you to understand that the reason why all these people are betraying, the reason why all these people are doing all these things is to tell you that these people are not actually here to fight for our freedom. Okay? The Biafran Defense Forces have not complained to anybody. They have not told you that they are not getting logistics from the acting prime minister. They have not told you anything that the government, the recognition of the government is not going as planned. No. Why is this information is coming from the de facto government in the homeland? You know, the de facto government is independent. They are independent, and the Biafran Republic government in Eza is also independent. So they are independent or the other. But this information is coming from the handle of the Biafran Defense Forces. Okay? The Biafran Defense Forces are telling you now there is war going on, and they have issued a memo warning to anybody that is impersonating this Biafran resistance fighters page. So this is what the coup plotters, this is what Ngozi did with the Bubagun. Ngozi did with Caterpillar. Ngozi is doing with Chika. Before she is now find herself in a situation that she is now begging for leniency. She is now begging for leniency. This is what the coup plotters have focused on at this time. To try to antagonize, to try to fight against the Biafran Defense Forces who are defending our land. And that is why they are creating all these armies, trying to fund them, raising money to fund them. In other words, they are with Ngozi in order to destroy the Biafran Defense Forces. But they can never get through. They are not going to succeed. So Biafrans, this is an opportunity for you to come out in mass and support the Biafran Liberation Army. Fund the government, fund the BRGIE, so that the recognition of Biafra will come faster than ever, than expected. Then those of you in the homeland, make sure you support the Biafran Defense Forces through the de facto government in the homeland. It is the Biafran de facto government that is responsible for the liberation that is happening. So if you are in Biafra land, I want you all in Nnewi, any part of that contraction that you are doing your businesses, it is very important that you now focus homeland. You now focus on your territories. Okay? You now focus to make sure that you pay your Biafran liberation tax in your counties, in your constituencies, in your state. Make sure that you pay the Biafran liberation tax so that the resistant fighters, the Black Marines, the Biafran Defense Forces can engage the terrorists in our land. Very, very important. Very, very important. Support the Biafran de facto government in the homeland so that the liberation of Biafra land will be accomplished. Support the Biafran Republic government in exile if you are in diaspora, so that our recognition can come as fast as possible. This is very important. So for those of you who are supporting the coup plotters, look at what you guys, your coup plotters, are doing. Look at what the coup plotters are doing, deceiving gullible Biafrans. They now want to kill Biafrans, start from where Ngozi left, continue from where Ngozi left over before she was now litigated upon, and she is running helter skelter, begging for leniency secretly, and as well raising up saboteurs like John Repository of Wisdom. These are the people who are promoting the evil against the Biafran people. So when you see somebody like John Repository of Wisdom, anywhere you see that guy, I want you to know that these are the people whom the Fulanis raised in Biafran land. They are not genuine Biafrans. They are not genuine Biafrans. They are the Abokis, the Janjaweed, the Abokis of our time. They grew up in Biafran territory, and you see them coming out to support their madam who grew up in Biafra land as well. Okay, so all of them are going to jail. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Once Biafra comes, all of them will remain in exile. If you dare say you're coming to Biafran territory, first of all, you serve your jail term, because all of you will go to jail, including this John Repository of Wisdom. He's a Fulani man. Don't mind his tenses. He speaks English. He's a professor. But when in Nigeria, he's being used to rig election for Almajiris. You can imagine the professorship. The name uche. So Biafrans, I want you to understand that the coup plotters, this is the letters that they are doing. That is why they are having fundraising in a secret way. They are now fundraising secretly in order to raise money for this army that they are creating on social media. And we will not allow them to do that. So the Biafran de facto government in the homeland have issued a very stern warning to each and every one of them. And I believe they have gotten the message. So I want you to take note of that. Anywhere you see them, you know that these people are the ones who are funding all this terrorism. And Ngozi will support Musa to fight the men that are defending our land. But they are not going to succeed. Wow, you can't even pronounce English words. You are choosing to lie properly or correctly. My brother, go and hug the transformer, okay? Anyway, Biafrans, I really appreciate every one of you who joined me this morning. I want you to know that a lot is happening on the ground. The Biafran Defense Forces are doing the needful. They are defending our land, protecting our women, defending our borders. But more is also expected from them. And for them to do more, they need logistics. Okay? They need logistics, they need walking sticks, they need granite and all the rest of them. You know, when the Nigerian government, the terrorists they come with their armored tanks, they come with their RPGs. So our men also need to have armored tanks. We need to have machine guns and RPGs. Very, very important. And all these things, all these equipment are capital intensive. They cost money. And that is why we are begging those of you in the Biafran territory to contribute immensely for your liberation. Very, very important. That is why we have the liberation taxes, so that the Biafran Defense Forces can do the needful. The earlier, the better. This is very, very important. Having said that, I also want to appreciate every one of you who is contributing in your little way, to make sure that the recognition of Biafra is still going very strong. Okay? Please, we appreciate you as well. Do more as well. I want to appreciate our acting Prime Minister, His Excellency, His Excellency, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkerre. I want to appreciate him. That man is doing wonders. God used him at this time, to solve a lot of problems, and he's doing exceptionally well. So we appreciate him for what he's doing, and will continue to pray for him so that he will do more as well. And Chukwu Okike Abiama will strengthen him. Okay? I also appreciate the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Epanjoko, for what he has done and continue to do for our freedom, especially bringing our issue before the European Union is worthy of commendation. We appreciate him, irrespective of the fact that he's still in detention. But Chukwu Okike knows the reason why he's still there, and we believe in no distant time he will join us as well. Appreciate Ohamadike one of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, our leader has done exceptionally well. For 5 years, he's still standing very strong for you and for me. So we will always appreciate him. And Chukwu Okike, who called him for this mission, will make him to accomplish it in no distant time. We are waiting for him in no distant time. He will join us as well. And I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for being part of this wonderful, broadcast this morning. And I want you to like, share, and comment. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, try as much as possible to do so. Very important. I want you also to tell my viewers, you see, I'm still putting finishing touches on some of the things that need to be done. I still understand that the pictures on my video is not clear. I know it's not clear, yeah, but I will still be putting finishing touches, and we are going to get to that destination, that our desired destination. We are going to get to it. Okay, so thank you so much, every one of you, for being part of this. I salute you, my comrade Nonso. Nonso, thank you for being here. Tutors, tutors, I salute you. Emmanuel Obonna, I salute you. Wisdom, I see you. Chuka, everybody that joined me, especially those of you that want freedom, because it's not everybody that came here, joined in this platform, want freedom. Somebody like John don't want freedom. So every one of you that joined, I really appreciate every one of you, and thank you for being part of this broadcast. Please like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that anytime I come live, you are going to be part of the awareness and the expositions as well. So having said that this morning, I say I salute the Biafran Defense Forces led by Triple General Igwe Butozo for what they are doing. And I say airborne to the Biafran Defense Forces, and see you on the other side. Join us. If you have any question, you ask. Otherwise, you join us on the space where you pick up the mic, you ask your questions, and you will receive a truthful answer from wonderful Biafrans, not professors who are used to rig election, like John, repository of wisdom, is one of those who are being used to rig election in Nigeria. And that is why you see him here castigating people who want to get their freedom. So join us in the other side as I will be rounding off from here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of this morning show, and see you tomorrow. There one.